solid mid laner. You just let him like someone like Quap, Hawk like we saw earlier, and just leave him on his own. Just say you're on your own, dude.
The Vici Gaming Reborn approach.
Yes, exactly.
Nice,
and then win the off lane, win the safe lane really hard. And
or win the jungle. Pick a greedy jungler, then that's something Na'Vi won't directly punish. They'll usually be running their own jungler. So
is it possible to lose the jungle? You can win the jungle.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, you can lose
you,
the jungle.
you have not seen my pubs. It is possible.
Do the creeps win? Do they?
They kill you. You go back to the woods. They rob you, like they steal your money.
Is that what happened to X? Is that why we don't see him anymore?
The jungle won.
The jungle won.
He just keeps dying to the jungle.
He's no longer a hero.
Welcome to the jungle.
And also welcome to game 1 of.
Oh, nice.
Well, a lot of conspiracy versus Na'Vi. We were in the draft.
That was smooth.
Very good job, Sheaves.
That's why she's hosting, and I don't know what
you don't need to continue that.
Yeah.
Low Druid is gonna stand down. No Wisp. No Wisp. And no OD.
So
giving
Beastmaster
first pick to Na'Vi is definitely risky.
God.
If not, they're gonna take a jungler. Is quite possible as well. So Beastmaster first overall. They do like the Era safe lane profit. It's more choose your poison.
Shane, if you do want to win the safe lane and the off lane as hard as you feel like London Conspiracy needs to, what type of heroes would you pick up?
You need like extremely aggressive support. Something like Vengeful Spirit, maybe a Bounty. Like Bounty can create pressure on the map by just not being on the map. You know what I mean? And it forces your supports to stay mid.
Actually, it has a bit of a pressure, I guess, mid as well.
Yeah, definitely. Even if you're off the map, yeah.
Forces resources.
You could also pick a jungler and rotate very early, like someone like Chen or Enchantress, and just put pressure on. I honestly think they should probably pick up one of them. Chen is probably the go-to pick here.
They have. It's a shame because Bifer is an insane Enchantress, and we saw him.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually seen that many London Conspiracy games.
He was insane. Steph Styles doing a good job too. But
I used to love these guys when they played for this TI4 qualifiers, and they played for Team Coast, I believe they were called. Like,
oh no, that's only Steph Style. I think.
Yes, was it just Steph Style and Solon? Right?
That was just Steph Style, I think.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Great guy though, love him.
I'm pretty sure Solon was on the team as well.
We can figure it out.
Pretty sure.
So taking a lot of time with the second pick. It's pretty hard to zone Beastmaster in general.
Yeah.
Here can always sit back.
Ooh.
So we may see a bit of a push strat emerging here, as well as just a potential counter pick to a likely incoming Chen. So they are trying to shut down the Na'Vi early game roam.
It's kind of easy to zone out a Beastmaster with the Witch Doctor as well. You know, you just
one of the best supports to do.
Yeah, stun the boar, and all of a sudden he just can't do anything really.
Yeah, most supports can't really do it, but Witch Doctor, one of the few that has a chance at least.
Exactly.
And no Brood, unfortunately.
So are we gonna see that Lycan ban? It just seems crazy to give it to Na'Vi.
Yeah, you're just gonna remove it. But are you gonna remove and Lycan and Venge?
Reserve time.
I'm more worried about Lycan in general.
You could pick it yourself
if I'm London Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they want to run it, I mean, the Enchantress Witch Doctor is a strong pushing composition already. So
definitely, yeah.
Could be thinking of something like that. I mean, it is 2 ranged heroes. You know, maybe they look for like a cheese strat, bust out the Drow, but one of the cheeses have already been removed in the Brood.
Does London Conspiracy play Batrider at all?
Kefka, yeah.
Okay, I think it's one of the best counters against the 5-man push. You know, just single lighting a hero.
Yeah, make the matchup 4 versus 5.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh boy, I just wanted somebody to think outside the box. You know, we need some Elder Titan. We need something crazy.
Elder Titan.
How else are you gonna stop?
He kind of takes a long time. He needs levels. You know, that kind of stuff.
Then Na'Vi is not going to give you the time to get the levels.
Yeah, look at that Elder Titan. That's the only time we'll ever see that hero portrait right there. Go, buddy. Enjoy your time in the sunshine. Oh, he's been earned by an enemy. Oh no. Poor Elder Titan.
He's dead.
He died even in his own hero.
And he gets literally died too.
Oh god. Just take him away. Take him away.
This is brutal.
He's horrible.
So they ban out Gyrocopter. Probably the best overall carry against the Na'Vi style, which he can depush and he can fight early. He wants to skirmish, deals with the Chen creeps pretty well, and one of the highest damage safe lane carries, so has a decent chance getting the Beastmaster. It's actually LC that banned the Death Prophet. They are afraid of getting pushed in. I still think Na'Vi just want the Lycan. Nothing so far discourages that pick.
Okay, so if you know they're going to pick Lycan, you go for something like maybe Ursa and then some hard lockdown.
Ursa's pretty good on Dire side.
Yeah.
I like Ursa. Beastmaster is still good at kiting him, but it's going to come down to if they have other control to set them
Yeah,
up.
they need something to lock down the Lycan because Ursa's never gonna catch him.
They actually have a Sogard standing in rather than Steph Style this game, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So what do you think? Crazy idea.
5 seconds
But I've seen
remaining.
people pick a Legion Commander to mess with a Lycan. You like LD? Play? Come on.
No, I actually think I like your
No,
idea.
Legion Commander's not bad.
All right.
It's
not
very
bad.
good against the push as well.
Mm-hmm.
You just overwhelming
The-
odds.
The one
destroy
thing,
it.
LC does not generally have a very good laning stage. That's the
Is this-
big weakness with the hero.
They don't ban out like a Norvenge, so they're gonna pick up both, and then basically they could pick anything, including a Mirana, for last pick for Navi.
Well, it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom,
You
all right?
sound defeated.
I
Shiver.
sound defeated for London Conspiracy. I feel like
How much do you have on the game, Shiver? You can be honest with us. It's okay.
no, I feel like London Conspiracy is just letting it happen. It's like okay.
It must be a lot, guys. She's got
I
her.
bet you
Wait,
28
She's got her
kroners.
whole retirement account.
I don't know how much that is.
5
But
seconds
I think
remaining.
I don't even know what a kroner is.
a kroner.
And
I
I'm
think
in
it's
Sweden.
Isn't it like
And I'm in
$3.50?
Oh no!
No,
Three.
well, actually, might. What?
It's pretty
Oh,
close.
I'm not sure for dollars, but for euros is 10 kroners is like
All right. Well, we're
one
back to
€1.20
Oh,
or
right.
so.
15 hamburgers on London Conspiracy winning tonight.
I'll take it.
Damn! Please no! Oh God, my hamburger. All right, so we're gonna pick a Sven.
Navi
Casual.
is
Everybody
time to
loves
pick.
Sven these days. He's everybody's bro. So
Having Alacrity on Sven gives him a lot of early game damage that he
There
wouldn't
we
usually
go.
have.
Yeah.
cleave against the chin
Yeah.
and
Here it is.
comfort Mirana pick. Interesting that they're gonna go for that before one of their like big
They can
lock
pick Drow
picks.
or Lycan.
It's the
all
same
fine.
kind of thing they did yesterday.
Yeah.
Like you see this and you're not sure if it's safe lane or mid,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know what to ban. You know,
Yeah,
so-
or let's see. And the last pick is going to be LC, so they have that flexibility where they can counterpick. If LC
Mhm.
busts out something unconventional here,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yesterday they picked Mirana at this point as second, or as in the second game, and at that point Ditchara had already played Mirana, and at that point
Yeah.
Spirit already assumed that that was Ditchara's hero. This time, London Conspiracy not fooled though, because they banned out the Drow Ranger, knowing that Dendi would also play Mirana.
yeah, LC will have to put their cards on the table first here, though. So
10
Navi, one
seconds
more here to
remaining.
remove. They should be banning an offlaner most likely. Very rare to see the offlane enchantress outside of North America.
Looking like a Darkseer ban, Batrider ban.
Darkseer
Darkseer
ban it
is.
is.
Dire
Yep.
team pick.
I mean, you
good
just want to
combo
remove
with
any
Iron
counter push. Batrider is still an option though, as you mentioned.
Yep.
They're
We just
still
still
liking,
don't- I mean,
guys.
they're
They're
still
still
swap.
they're still swapped.
For Navi,
And
like,
Roar.
Yeah, I'm still thinking they'll pick Lycan.
yeah, I think so too.
I think it's gonna be either Lycan or Drow, but Drow banned, so.
The card's about to be on the
Very good.
table for London Conspiracy, and hopefully it's an ace up their sleeve.
Thank
Mr.
you.
LD. I think that this one is gonna be amazing. Here comes the conspiracy. It's about to be revealed. Drumroll, please,
10
as we
seconds
pick
remaining.
the amazing, the incredible, the hardly ever picked.
5
Magnus.
seconds
You didn't drag it out long enough.
God damn
Come on,
it.
come on, you can do it more. The amazing.
And nobody saw this pick coming. It is out of the meta. It is a Tide Hunter, a carry Tide Hunter.
Discourages the 5-man.
Yeah,
Very
that's true.
tanky, good in the front line, sets up the Sven. At the same, pretty decent against physical damage, but at the same time, when Ravage is down, he does nothing to stop the
Right.
damage.
When Navi played against Tidehunter, the very similar draft yesterday, they just split them up.
They just walked away.
That
Yeah,
Beastmaster
exactly.
was split pushing the whole time.
Exactly. Beastmaster and Chen kind of
And
pushed
it's Wind
top.
Ranger.
Wind Ranger and Venge maybe push me.
No
out.
Lycan though.
I mean, for me, I don't think the LC draft is weak or bad by any means. It's pretty well rounded. The Tidehunter picks we've seen the offlane tend to struggle. Big key for me is the support play. Like, can LC actually match what Artstyle and Sneaker are going to do? So far, this support duo has been consistently the best we've seen over the past 2 days. They're going to have to at least match that to have a chance.
So take your pick. You've got the boxes up, left or right.
Can I jump ship?
What's your chip?
I just want to go to Navi.
But no, we already. Oh, yeah, you can. After the draft, you can still decide. You just have to argue for London Conspiracy, but you can't think, okay, they don't have it. What do you
They
think?
have good team fight. They have good count. Like if they come up in the group as 5, they have the Ravage. But this is all Navi's like favorite heroes
Yeah,
again.
yeah, it's a rough one.
remaining.
What do you think, LD? Or you want to wait for start? Jake?
It's very comfortable for Navi, and I just got to go with them. Sorry, LC. Hope they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Jake?
I believe in the conspiracy. I've always, I go with them every time. They have like 10 losses. I don't care. This is the one. Prove me right for once. London
Also,
conspiracy.
thank you.
Prove him wrong.
Now
please.
I don't have to do it. I'll go for Navi.
Come on, baby.
Because, I mean, they just seem very strong. We're going to find out, though,
London
if it's going to be
Conspiracy.
Na'Vi taking
me the
home the
pyramid!
$1,000 of this first game of the best of 2 Na'Vi versus London Conspiracy with Odie Pixel and Draskell.
Come on, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Dota action here at the casting panel. I'm Odie Pixel, I'm here with Andy. Draskell, you ready for this one? It's more Na'Vi, and this time up against London Conspiracy, and we're seeing that Na'Vi Mirana again today.
You know, I like it. It's something that they've shown in the past against Enchantress, and I believe the interview yesterday, Dendy mentioned that it's really good to not have right-click heroes against Enchantress, and Wind Ranger being one of the exceptions, of course, with her ultimate being max attack speed pretty much no matter what. So I kind of agree with Shane in the jumping ship in the LC department. I think that this is Navi's, comfort zone. They have 4 out of 5 of the heroes they had playing against Finem in the last series. The only difference is they didn't have a Mirana, so it worked out well for them in that game. I think it will work out pretty well for them here too.
LC have really got to step up just the level of play that they've been bringing to the league if they want to have a chance against Na'Vi this game and this series. It is going to be a tough one. I mean, well, I'll see indeed how this does go down in terms of lanes. They do get that block off onto that side camp there, LC. So we'll see if General does get someone over there or he himself decides to take it down. He has got a sentry actually at the moment on the beast. I'll see what he's doing. He's actually coming towards mid. He's going to drop it here.
He guessed like the opposite spot. So yeah, it's pretty hard to de-ward that. There's a lot of places you can put the ward.
Kefka on the offlane tide. It was LC's final pick. I mean, do you feel that looking at the draft of LC, this was kind of the plan all along, or is this in reaction to what Na'Vi ended up doing in terms of like the Mirana lineup that they're running?
I mean, if Tide gets like stunned into arrow, he's probably still gonna die regardless of Kraken Shell. So I don't think he's a particularly great offlaner against these two, but it is someone who can, go back, get some ancient stacks, make his way into the game, and have pretty decent impact with a decent Ravage. I don't know. I think it's more of a defensive postured pick than anything. I think they got a little bit scared, honestly, and then they just decided, okay, we need some team fight. Let's just pick Tide.
Already in the mid lane, we can see the Dendy breaking away on his Wind Ranger. 8 for 3 against the 5 for 0. I mean, this matchup kind of on paper, I think I can't remember if we saw the exact same one, but you reckon Wind Ranger as a hero is still a pretty strong laner, regardless of what people may feel of her as a hero in this patch. But
I think Wind Ranger is exceptionally strong laner. I think that's probably one of the only things that she stands out as, in my opinion. I mean, most of the time, gonna see a stun here.
Magic Missile into the arrow, and now with the stars falling down onto Kefka, he's in a little bit of trouble. He'll get a bit of time here on the south, and that
tricky. I like that.
Nicely done.
I'm using that. I am definitely using that.
What what do you do? Into the path and then cutting through one tree to cut through the middle?
Yeah, there's one tree that you can cut with a tango to make it through. But you don't really see many people do that, They just take the normal path.
They just kind of walk around the path and be like, alright, I've trapped myself. But yeah. Smart play indeed from the Tide. Baby Knight getting a nice EMP off there onto Dendy, but he's got the bottle charges. And still just ahead, but Baby Knight is managing to close that gap here with the Invoker. Obviously, Wind Ranger, a strong laner. You get a few levels on the Invoker. Pretty strong laner as well in this patch. Yeah,
for sure. He gets like level 5 to 7. That's when he can start really turning the lane. The biggest thing about laning against Wind Ranger as Invoker is, as Quas Wex, your play is pretty much to mana drain non-stop. Try to make sure she never has mana to wind run. Unfortunately for him, then he gets a regen. So that's a little bit of a wrench in the works there, but it can still be pretty decent. It's gonna just eat some harass here. Not that most optimal trade, but.
And again, EMP. As you said, it's the aim of the game here from the man. He will get shackled at the same time though. Top lane, LC going in, and then it's a nice one. First bird there for the side. Jellapi able to claim that on his Sven, and it's a nice movement from Sogard on his Enchantress that allows them to get the positioning to take down the offlaner.
It's the first time we've actually seen General not get a first blood and instead die.
That's true.
I feel like every game that Navi has done very well, General has been a large part of making sure that they get the early game momentum going for themselves by either creating space in the offlane or just straight up just killing the safe laners. So the fact that he's kind of having a rough game right now.
There come Navi though. You rotate your edge, will rotate your gen. Straight up to Jellapi getting off the magic missile. He's got the war cry. He's running himself away. He's going to start to sell.
Ugh. Not going to kill him.
And he's going to be fine. Nice play from LC, avoiding Yeah, potentially very nasty gank from the side of Na'Vi, where Jellypy was, was fairly deep on this one, just battering away at the tier 1, but standing behind the enemy side of it. Bottom lane, Kefka and Vincere just giving a bit of some to each other. And the mid lane matchup still, Dendi 20 for 7, 18 for 2. It's close, but Baby Knight is hanging in there on the Invoker.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job, especially considering, Seneco's been hanging around a bit. He did have some help with the Enchantress, though, earlier. I think there was a tornado creep there that ended up dealing quite a bit of damage to Dendi before, of course, he got that fairly lucky regen. And Kefka's just pressuring the safe lane. He's like, Mirana doesn't click that hard. If I get an Anchor Smash off on him, and I got 2 points and a Kraken, I basically take no damage. Very interesting to see, by the way, that he actually skilled Gush. It pretty much means you need to go for Arcanes. Like, if you don't have Arcanes with this build, you just don't have mana to even use all of your spells pretty much once you get Ravage going.
Mid lane Solon coming in on the Witch Doctor there just to top Baby Knight back up. And seeing if there's an opening for Dendi. I mean, Dendi, he's got the Arcane Rune at the moment, so we'll see how much kind of harass he goes for. He's still going to be able to play his way around this Invoker. But all things said and done, with 5 minutes in now, see the side to get a kill on the board. It's starting out pretty nicely for the boys on the Dire side.
Yeah, it's not too bad. That's why I was kind of emphasizing the idea that General is usually the guy who does a lot during the early game, but this time around, they're actually having to prioritize him. Artstyle's up here trying to relieve the lane, pressuring Jellypy a bit, and just trying to let General hit that level 6 a little less obstructed than he was previously, and it's working out okay. I mean, there's 3 heroes up top here from LC, and they're all just standing by the tier 2 tower.
I mean, it's this thing as well. Dendi made his way up here from mid, but because of that failed D-ward at that area that we saw at the start in general, they knew that Dendi was on his way up, so that's why LC playing safe here. Backing up as 3. The Hadouken will be stolen though, and straight back onto the edge. Dendi still looking for a position. I mean, it's very, very tense here on this upper lane. Dendi will find the shackle onto Jellypy, but they're going to get to find the follow through. They'll drop the net. Hadouken coming through as well. The paralyzing cast will hold back Na'Vi. And LC just reacting very nicely to this one. It's giving Invoke a bit of a space mid. You see the Venge come in, look for a few levels, but this 3 versus 3 on the top lane seems to have reached a little bit of a stalemate. As Dendi will now return to mid via picking up a bounty rune towards the top.
So they get some damage on the tier 1. It's almost dead now. So even that little movement not resulting in a kill per se, but still dealing quite a bit of damage to the tier 1. Not too bad from Na'Vi. And again, they're just positioning themselves on the map in a way that London Conspiracy aren't able to really make any of their own moves. It's always them reacting to what Na'Vi are doing. And I think that's the game that Na'Vi always want to be playing. You never want to have to sit there and say, okay, we need to play reactionary Dota. For some lineups it can work, but for Na'Vis it's really not what you want to be doing. In General now level 5, getting closer to 6. Once he gets that roar available, I assume we're going to see maybe some smoke action going on. There is a lane ward down now in that safe lane as well from the side of London Conspiracy. But a pretty farm-centric early game, I must say, from both teams. A lot of heroes at high CS at just 7 minutes.
Mid lane. You can see again, Dendi. Just coming right in and getting the touches onto Baby Knight. There's a smoke up from Seneko as well, seeing if you can find a position to jump on this Invoker. I mean, at this point, with the amount that the Invoker's found so far, it's not going to be an easy pick-off for just one rotation, one ganking support. And Ench getting a bit of space in the jungle now. Nearly touching onto level 5 Seneko. Going for the walk-in magic missile. Just get it off. Dendi straight up with the focus fire, bringing Baby Knight low. It will be dusted as well here. They don't have the follow-up burst, and the Invoker's going to be fine. Nice shackle holding back Kefka, but the paralyzing cast coming through from Solon will catch out Seneko. They've dropped the sentry, and they'll drop the Venge as well. Nice play from London Conspiracy, reacting to what we indeed saw was Seneko trying to find himself in a position to go. And they turn it around, smack him in the face, and it's 2-0 to London Conspiracy at the moment.
Yeah, nice start for them. Getting another kill. Kefka not having to commit the Ravage for that one. And it's just, now that Ravage is available, he's even got money for the Arcanes if he wants to buy them. They could even go for a 5-man. Try to pressure the tier 1 mid maybe, or kill the offlane tower. Probably offlane because it's so low already. So
Vincere up, and I'll start trying to go for Kefka hit.
that's 4 points in the Kraken.
Yeah, you're not doing this with the right
He
click.
doesn't even take damage from that right click.
General is getting the space though top. He may not have found first blood, but he does manage to find the first tower of the game hit.
It'll be interesting to see how he plays from behind, because most of the time I watch Na'Vi, at least in DreamLeague, he's always had a fortuitous lane. So this time around, he's not been given quite as much. Although I say that, he's level 7 8 minutes, and he just killed a safe lane tier 1 tower. So
Yeah.
a lot of that, again, due to the rotation of art style and Dendi, just giving him some breathing room. Not too often you actually see...
If Jalopy gets roared, he's got the back of the end. He's got to be careful.
He only has level 1 axes, though. That's the problem. It's really hard to kill Sven 4 points into Inner Beast this early. Or not Inner Beast, excuse me, the Hawk and the Boar.
Well, nothing said or done at the moment. Under Conspiracy holding very strong against the side of Na'Vi, who are yet to find themselves their first bit of blood. But the farm game is favouring themselves on the Radiant. Dendi at the top, closely followed by Ditcherat. But this, I mean, in terms of the drafts, is there anyone that's really relying on the kind of the favourable early game? I mean, is anyone on a time of this match, or do both transcend quite nicely?
I guess Navi's lineup kind of wants to push more.
And Baby Knight, he's found himself a freebie.
Yeah, that's an easy kill right there. But as far as the laning phase and who it should favor, I think that Na'Vi do need a slightly better laning phase, and they have the heroes for it as well. Like, Mirana's kind of hard to really harass in lane, especially if you're playing like Tidehunter, for example. Wind Ranger's a great laner on top of that. You have a Chen, you have Venge and Beast, so you have kind of this semi-push, decent laning phase thing going for you. And it's not so much that it needs to go amazing, but they've already kind of done okay, if not won 2 of their lanes. So I think they're okay for the moment, even though they're behind 3 kills.
They're still hungry here. You can see Na'Vi in the mid lane looking towards Baby Knight. Baby Knight dropping the Tornado EMP combo down. And he's going to get shackled. Can they get themselves in range for the stomp? Baby Knight, yes, he is going to get stunned up. Seneko goes through, but he's no mana, and he gets out. Ghost walk in time, sidesteps to the right, and he's fine. And now Seneko could be the one in trouble, and he is. Impetus to the forehead. And the Venge is down 4-0. Under Conspiracy, they're having the kind of the early game of their lives here against Na'Vi, and certainly considering the recent performances from Na'Vi, one of the strongest showings against them in the first 10 minutes of the game.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's an Invoker mid, and it's Quas Wex as well. So it's one of those targets that's very difficult to actually gank, and both gank attempts have also been thwarted on top of that, in addition to him finding the solo kill onto Seneko and also being involved in 2 of the others that their team has. It's just a really nice hero for kind of stopping a push or, you know, counter ganking, things like that. We don't see Quas Wex so much anymore. A lot of the time it's Exort, you know, get a lot of farm, push, throw out Sunstrikes onto other lanes, but they don't really have the team that sets up for kills that easily. It's more, we want to stop the momentum of Na'Vi by having a Tornado EMP, and we saw how effective it was there. He doesn't hit Seneko with that. Seneko has mana for a stun, he's dead. And there's no way that he lives through that. And I think he even had a dust on him again. So Seneko maybe not playing the best early game that we've seen from him so far. Because the one dust he used earlier, he used it too late. And then Baby Knight was able to just walk away. And that time he just didn't even use it. So not the greatest start from him. Maybe he thought Baby Knight was just going to die anyway. Didn't need to.
Look at it, Jalopy's Sven at the moment. On top of the treads, he's saved up 2.3k gold. I mean, is there any reason this game to go for that super early blink before the SMY or even the Helm of the Dominator here?
I mean, he is going a little bit of a different Sven build than we're used to seeing, so maybe he wants to go. Maybe he wants to go blink because of that.
Yeah, go for the instant wham bam jump in, and talking about jumping in, Kefka being jumps on bottom. They'll leap forward, but the Ravage, the turnaround, the Tornado into EMP. Ditcherat caught there by a very nice turnaround from both Baby Knight and Kefka. And it's a 5th kill, and as hard as Na'Vi may try, they just can't find themselves the kills. They are being able to find themselves the objectives, though. General and Artstar will get the push on the top lane onto this tier 2. I mean, it's an interesting game so far. And
they're going to be caught, I think, by this Sven blink. They're not going to expect this early. I think they're going to lose at least General here.
Let's have a look. War cries up, they start to close the gap. Jalopy jumps forward, Stormhammer down, and here we go. God strength impetus, no messing around. It's a 6th kill. Killing spree for Baby Knight. They may even find more. They've held Denny in place here with a Tornado. Moonlight Shadow coming through. They've got 1 sentry. Deathball being dropped down, and he'll do it. Double kill for Baby Knight. And Na'Vi. I mean, in terms of the fights, they're getting ripped to shreds every time by LC.
That one was just really hard to predict because I think they smoked before they walked past the high ground ward that Na'Vi had. So like the smoke between the tier 1 and the tier 2, just walk top. They did not expect the blink on Sven. Like no one does that. No one goes blink after treads anymore.
And no one builds Sven with that many points in the Stormhammer nowadays.
Yeah, but it's really nice for killing the tankier offlaners. And I'm actually kind of happy to see that adjustment. Because even though he only put 3 points into it, it did help him secure the kill on General before as Baby Knight gets another kill. might be in a little bit of trouble.
Boy, could this be the first kill for Na'Vi? No, well, the Kefka's there to protect Baby Knight. He's fine.
All right, is he going back for Midas, or is that a Maelstrom he's making? That's what I wanna know.
They're going to find more kills here by the looks of it. They're getting the start to General. They'll throw out the arrow. There'll be a roar to Jellybean trying to hold him in place. The Necro is trying to take him down, but the Warcry going to be able to find he goes down there to the right click. But they've lost the Beastmaster. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade by the looks of it. He has got to jump up to the high ground. Can they find him here? They're going to chase it down, and then it creeps there, working with the Cold Snap to bring Ditcheral low. He will escape. So they do get the Sven, but they lose General, and it's 9-for-1. Dandy, Shackle, only going to catch the 2 illusions. Kefka himself will be fine. My goodness, in this is going to put indeed Baby Knight reaching onto 6k in terms of net worth. He's top of the board.
He's having a very, very strong showing here. I don't know if he's just more comfortable on Quaswex than Exort, but whenever I see him play Exort, he's never really been like that kind of standout Invoker player. But when he plays Quaswex, it feels like he's much more comfortable on the do stuff kind of mid. I was like, I want to go around, I want to actually fight. I don't want to sit and farm. You know what I mean? So maybe in the future, keep this in mind if you're solo and drafting for LC, just get Baby Knight a hero where he can be a bit more active, because it just seems like his movement, or maybe just LC as a whole, playing much better today than what we've seen so far here at DreamLeague.
Yeah, 6-0-2. Involved in 8 of the 9 kills. That is an incredibly active Invoker. I mean, maybe that's something you kind of expect to see more when it's the Quas Exort in terms of the Sunstrikes, but this man, as you said, he's been walking around with the combos. Yeah. And it's been paying off every single time.
Tornado EMP, pretty good. Pretty good. And he is rich. Like, Midas earn phase, wand, 1300 gold, 15 minutes in.
Top, still mana, onto the creeps. But if they try to take some of these creeps away from the Chen, they will find one. Are they going to be able to find a second? No, that will be sent back just in time.
I mean, Na'Vi are also well equipped to fight right now. They almost have mech on the Chen. Only around 240 gold away from that. Hanagat will be up in about a minute, so around that timing is... Oh, boy.
Very nice indeed. General thought he was safe moving into position there under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, but they've got that sentry in the river at the side of London Conspiracy, and they saw him do it. Another kill.
This is a blast from the past, Sven. This is the kind of stuff that we used to see, Just get that blink, get the drums really fast, and just fight, fight, fight. Even back in the era where people were getting Mask of Madness and things like that on Sven, so kind of cool to see. A little bit of a change from the norm. But Na'Vi still holding on. Not necessarily the early game they were looking for, but because of the fact that Jellybean has gone for this kind of very early blink build, I wouldn't be shocked to see him go back for the Dominator now, because it's one of those items where, sure, you're getting a handful of kills, but the tier 1 mid's still alive. The tier 1 safe lane for Na'Vi has not even really been scratched.
Oh, and well, you can see at the top, Sven. Gonna have a little bit of a run in there with Art Style. You see he's just gonna back off, not too sure of what waits around the corner, and indeed Dendy did actually TP up to the top lane and was hanging around for a little bit, seeing if there was the opening to jump in for a fight.
Yeah, but this is the stage in the game, I think, where Jellybean has to make the distinction of, do we want to just go all in aggression, or do I want to play off my Invoker Midas and just say, okay, I'll go back for one farming item just to make sure that I can at least stack Ancients, because that's a pretty big deal, right? Killing the Ancient stack is really hard with only 1 point into Warcry and no lifesteal. So he's going to rely on the Tide to help him, or the Tide's just going to take it himself and try to go for Blink. So we'll see which route they want to take. I wouldn't actually be too surprised to see Kefka take this, to be honest. If they can get him a Blink now, that would be huge. Okay, never mind. Sven's just taking it. No Blink for you, Kefka. Get wrecked.
Jellybean is, as you said, going to be interesting to see what he does go for. 2600 on him at the moment.
Maybe he just goes full, like, 2 years ago and just buys a BKB instead. Could see that too.
Main sentry laid down, ready for when the tier 1 falls in case the Moonlight Shadow from Na'Vi does come out to move in for more. It's not going to be the case, as LC actually able to just hold on to the tower for the time being. Na'Vi not sticking around for the push and splitting up elsewhere across the map. General is getting more and more space up in this top lane. 1600 accumulated on top of the level 1 Necro. So of course not going to be the fastest of book timings that we've seen from a Beastmaster, but he is still funding his farm.
Oh, he's going to die again too, I think.
Let's see if he spends that money as well. If LC come from now. LC, they've seen something bigger. They've seen Dandy. Dandy does get off the win run, but Jellybean picks up a haste. They've got the stun control with the paralyzing cask. Impetus from Soul Guard.
That ward, man. That ward screwed Dendy so bad, because they were going for General. They did not see him there until he went for the rune. And unfortunately going for the Maelstrom instead of the Blink opening this game. So he's not going to be able to escape that one.
I mean, talking about itemization as well, Ditcheral, what does he go for here? Saved up 2.4k. It's obviously not been the early game that he hoped for playing a Mirana this game. What do you build?
honestly, we used to see stuff like Manta Diffusal a lot, but I don't know. In this kind of situation as Mirana, you're not really the right clicker so much against a hero like Sven because you only hit for 100 damage. It's not that impressive when you're up against somebody who has in excess of like 30 armor and later into the game. Of course, he is only level 1 Warcry at the moment. He's going to see a roar.
He's going to try for a general. Of course, with the Necro units, he's able to do a fair bit, but the stick charge is enough to TP. Jellypy go for the TP. How will he make it? He does! Oh, calculated.
Good thing he had that Sanj, or he was dead.
My goodness. I mean, mid lane, Na'Vi will find themselves that tier 1. 3k now in Mirana. They're going to go for the Moonlight Shadow.
They did it right under reward, so
they
know exactly what's going on here. London Conspiracy. Oh man, the Tide's going to buy a blink at the side shop, and they know that Navi's in the pit. This is so bad. This is so bad for Navi.
Oh, hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, never mind. They're not even going to go for it. There's space being created.
Yeah. No, Dendi finds the kill onto Invoker.
Yeah.
And
well, it was Dendi in general.
That could be exactly what they need.
Oh my god, they have to hurry. This is such a nice move from Navi if it works. Oh, okay, that's...
Jellypy jumped in, Stormham out on Seneko, decapped Shiro as well before he jumped out. Seneko is going to be fine with the timing. Had got coming through, Jellypy falling low, and he's going to go down. They found themselves 1 kill. Shogar trying to find something with the impetus, but he can't quite get it.
Where's the communication from London Conspiracy? They knew they were in the pit. Why is the Tide Hunter in their woods? Like, what's happening right now?
Oh no, Tide Hunter, stop jungling. He's worse than that bot that does
like,
it.
Okay. They ult under a ward and you have no tier 1 bottom. There is one place that they're going. Literally one. Baby Knight's already dead. Like...
Oh, and now Solon. You might want to add to that count.
Yeah. There's some big 322 coming in here.
Kefka has jumped in. He does have that Ravage. And he might not need it because General caught out of mana. And Shadow's ticking him down. Impetus as well. I mean...
Right, so they got a kill, I guess, in return. It's a fairly high priority target. I'm just really sad to see that London Conspiracy didn't punish that Roach because that was like the easiest fight of their life.
Dendilly Dondo is getting dusted, but the blink's there.
Nice. He's out of there.
Ditchera, he is saving for something. I'm not sure if it's going to come this game or the next. 4.4k on this man.
I honestly think it's one of those games. Oh, that arrow.
What?
Alrighty.
All right.
Is he dead because of that?
He's got a Ravage, and he will be able to turn around and take down Seneko.
It's a level 1 arrow, unfortunately, so, you know, if it was level 4, I think they would have actually killed him. That would have been funny. Man, that... What a interesting turn of events here in this game. London Conspiracy coming really strong out of the gate, and then just with, like, 2 minutes time, Na'Vi claw their way back in.
I mean, maybe it's just kind of what we could come to expect seeing these two teams. I mean, LC, we know that the individual players have the skill. It's just whether as a team they're going to be able to play as kind of synergistically as Na'Vi. And we're seeing in situations like that where it just seems the communication isn't all there, and Na'Vi are able to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. They just had a very clear idea of what they wanted to do. Gonna see a little bit of farming up here. That you're out just eating some cleave, because why not?
What did Jellypy, so he picked up the Sands, did he finish up the S1?
He has the money for it.
Artstyle, going to get a bit of a beat down in the mid lane. Deathward coming through here, pummeling onto Artstyle. He'll be getting taken down. And now Jellypy jumps in, Stormhammer, but our General actually duked that out with the Moonlight Shadow thanks to Ditchera. Able to disjoin the Storm. He's going to be fine. Shogar coming in from the sidelines, gets Magic Missile by Seneko. Tornado coming through, will catch him here. They've got the vision for the time being. Can they actually find themselves a kill? Kefka jumps forward with the anchor. Seneko swaps Ditchera in, swaps himself out. The arrow comes through, they'll take down the Enchantress. Kefka still being incredibly tanky in the midst of this fight, but Ditchera's not done. Jumps forward, looking for Baby now. The Warcry's going to be enough. Oh, he gets taken down by General. The final touch for the Beastmaster, and now Kefka shackled up, taken down. Ditchera double kill. And Na'Vi, they're hitting back. And just like that, they take the team fight 4 for 1. They'll take a tier 2. And suddenly, the lead that LC were gaining early on.
It just evaporated right there.
Yeah.
Just really good decision making from Na'Vi, knowing that Ravage was still down from bottom when he got caught and had to pop it just to make sure he didn't die. Unfortunately, killing Seneko at the end of the day wasn't worth considering what just happened there. Like, not having Ravage pretty much lost in that team fight single-handedly. Really nice plays from Dendi though. 2 shackles.
Jellypy been swapped through the Harrow's going to be off point, but actually catches Soul, and so I said that it might end up working out. Dendi's jumping forward here. Looking for the right hits on Jellypy. He gets the focus fire down, takes away the Sven. Solon's going to be able to get himself back. But again...
Alright, see you later, Seneko.
Okay, hello guys.
He got griefed by the boar.
He tried to give them the puppy dog eyes there.
Yeah. Please don't kill me. This game is kind of...
It's taken a very sharp turn.
I think it's one that showcases a more experienced team versus a lesser experienced team. And sometimes not even that. I mean, if they watch the replay, they are going to be kicking themselves so hard for what happened. Like,
because that blink dagger timing on
it
side,
was
that could have been
perfect.
better if it was
They
scripted.
saw the
It was
Mirana
just-
ulti.
yeah.
It was like, it was perfect setup. And then Kefka's like, you know what, guys? I got this large camp. No problem.
Smoke time. But the Hawk indeed, General, getting that vision for his team. They know it's up. And Tichira throwing out to say, hey, we know you're there, boys.
Well, he was guessing, but he has a good idea at least.
Yeah.
Well, tier 1 looks to be the target here if they can't find anything. They should get some warding down too, I believe. Wait, does anyone have wards? Yeah, there we go. Sullen. He's got it. He's got it under control. So warding up near the objectives that they're most likely going to take, just allowing Jelopi to push bottom lane while they're sitting inside of Navi's woods.
I mean, Tichira, he's certainly a man that knows how to farm. We're seeing him again, 4.1k on top of the Maelstrom he picked up earlier.
Yeah, I wonder if he just goes full Mjolnir.
I mean,
YOLO.
does he, you reckon? Is that...
Nope, it's a BKB.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
I mean, it's good against the mass AoE teamfight they have to worry about. You know, Sven Stun, Invoker, Tornado EMP, Tide Ravage, especially knowing the Tide has a blink. It just makes you very safe. Although, they're going to have to get
you
back.
need to get back. I
No
mean, a
glitch
tier
here.
1 trade for mid-brax isn't something you want to be doing. And LCR there to fend off Na'Vi.
Yeah, it's a nice move from Na'Vi. Just once again, knowing what they need to do in the game, making London Conspiracy go back to base. They don't really have nearly the map control that Na'Vi have, clearly, due to the Beastmaster. There's only one outer tier tower remaining for London Conspiracy, and if they want to take a fight at this point, they pretty much either have to smoke or force Na'Vi to defend the tower, which I think is going to be tough, given the state of the game right now. And just, Na'Vi's pushing power is still very fast. We talked about the Leap synergy with Max Vengeance Aura, Max Inner Beast, a Chen, of course, on top of that too, who is very close to his Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, man. And of course the Necro pushing the Beastmaster. The fact, yeah, as you said, Chen, I mean, with his timings again. It's been very, very good indeed from the man. But Na'Vi, Artstyle, and Seneko, just the two supports, it's been, you know, the recent kind of showings that we've seen today and yesterday. Very, very solid for both of them. And there we have it.
Yeah,
So-
Aghanim's done.
It's certainly getting harder and harder, the
And it's a
difficulty being
golem.
amped up.
Look at how
for LC.
tanky art style is. Good lord. 1600 health and 11 armor on a friggin' Chen.
Yeah.
With a mech and Hand of God. That is just insanity.
We might be able to find a pickup onto General here. Baby Knight coming in with a ghost swap, but straight away. No
Super
messing.
fast reaction. Oh, too greedy. Too greedy with the EMP.
And there's space created.
Yeah.
Tichira claims the tower.
That's one of those things where you're doing it and you're like, ah, why didn't I just cold snap? You know what I mean? Because if he can get the EMP, he knows that he's there. So then he just says, if I cold snap instead, that's a dead hero. Unfortunate. But Baby Knight's played a very solid game. I think he's played better today than I think we've seen him play so far at the DreamLeague.
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely. Got to be one of his best performances.
Well, here comes some high ground siege.
Yeah, let's see how full in Na'Vi are willing to go at this point.
I mean, the anchor smash is going to help a lot. Just being able to send the Tide on front like this is very useful.
I'll back themselves away from the MP here, Na'Vi. But still, I'm pushing forward.
Good
Jellyfin.
stun. Where's
Stun
the
indeed onto
Ravage?
two.
That was a really good setup there. I guess they didn't have EMP. Maybe that's why they didn't go.
And of course, you have got. Ooh, in fact, an arrow touching onto Jelopi. Kefka jumps in though. Tichira coming out with a BKB, trying to focus his attention towards Jelopi. So Rod now having to back off.
This is good though. They baited the BKB.
Can they try and get the sus back in? The Shackle isn't going to connect onto Kefka. And Na'Vi, they'll Moonlight Shadow and back themselves off, not wanting to hang around whilst that BKB's on cooldown. And they'll leave that push for the time being.
I'm really kind of confused as to why they didn't jump when they hit that two-man stun. I think if you get like you know, even 4 points in an XR technically with the Aghanims on the Invoker, the Meteor still does a reasonable amount of damage. You can cold snap on top of that. You know, you get at least one kill from that combo, and that could be enough to just get a little bit more than what you're hoping to in that situation, and also push Na'Vi back. But they play it safe. They bait out the BKB.
Hawk stolen hand. That's actually going to grant them the vision here for Kefka to jump onto General, but General turns around with the Roar, drops other Necro units, but his EMP impetus General on his own, and he'll pay for it. It's going to get taken down, Na'Vi. Not in any position to jump back in, so it is a freebie there for the side of London Conspiracy. And a big one as well, General having quite a good run this game on his Beastmaster, as always.
Yeah, he seems to be very stable even when he doesn't get an amazing laning phase, which is good to note. Like for Na'Vi, I think he's been one of the standout players so far, at least in DreamLeague. And obviously they made it very far in Starlighter as well, so. I'm looking at this and I'm just seeing more evidence of a good offlane player. He's even getting what I assume is a refresher, because he's got another ring of health. But the thing is, he doesn't really have any mana.
I mean, does he have them? Let's have a look at the beat. Oh, I guess Calmas, he's dead, can we?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he does. Maybe it's just barely enough. But Roar at level 3 is 200 mana, right? And the refresher is 375. So it's like 775 mana just to use 2 Roars. That's
it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close. But maybe he does.
Let's have a look. Dun dun dun. Our serving says
he has enough.
Okay.
He just can't axe, basically, if he does that.
I mean, he's got obviously the greaves from art style if they come through at the right time.
Right.
Yeah, and indeed the Staff of Wizardry is part of that. Necro book certainly helping out with the mana pool.
I guess it's just very uncommon to see that build up, you know?
Oh, I'll see. They're trying to make a move here into Roshan. I mean, I guess they can have a good shot at doing this. They've got the Tide positioning himself outside of the pit with that Ravage available.
This is a very fast Rosh. And they do not have their Mirana here.
General jumps in, finds the Ronson Soul and Kefka, pulls the Ravage, catches out too. Denny, can he go to the face? The arrow will fly through and he catches out the Witch Doctor, so there won't be any death for this fight. Solan's gone, but they found General. Denny coming through, popping the BKB, fighting against Jalapede, gets the right click through, and now blinks in, looking for more, takes down Kefka as well. It's 4 down from LC. They had good intentions there, but it was a slightly risky play, and it doesn't end up paying off.
This is one of those times where I wish we had instant replay, because I'm pretty sure Jalopy got arrowed. I'm not 100%, but
it was Solon got arrowed.
Oh, it's Solon got arrowed. Okay, so, like, he goes in with God Strength on, no BKB, he kills the Necro Book, and, like, immediately drops to half HP, and then just gets wrecked after that. So a little bit unfortunate. But,
and this is, at this point, I mean, buybacks are available. You've maybe got to consider using them, because at the least you're going to lose 2 sets of Ravage.
I mean, they don't even have Ravage, so if they buy back, where's the team fight coming from, honestly?
Buyback Anchor Smash.
I mean, it looks a little bit grim right now. We could just be going to
this could be game.
To a game 2 here. But if you're London Conspiracy, I think they performed very well in the early game. It's just a couple of key decision-making moments where Na'Vi were able to pull ahead, the Roshan being the standout in my mind. And then after that, it just seemed like Na'Vi had a ton of momentum because they won that team fight that they should have never had an opportunity to win in the first place due to Roshan.
I mean, just like that, it's magic.
Yeah. I mean, they push extremely fast, and London Conspiracy going for one more.
Oh, stop. Ready to go. Did Gerard jumping in? The right click for jumping in. That just got GG. They're actually giving up mid-fight here.
Yeah.
This is some TI4 final stuff.
It's one of those things where you feel like you played a pretty good game, but Na'Vi stayed calm. They kept farming. They were getting all the items they needed up on their core heroes, and then they just took 1 or 2 good fights, good decision-making, and it just seemed like London Conspiracy never were able to really get their footing back. And I think, again, a lot of it could also be attributed to the way that the Sven built, because he never went lifesteal. He didn't even finish his BKB by the time the game was over. And they wanted to play a more active game. And all that would have worked out